Picture this. You roll out of bed, and your knees groan like a rusty gate. Your shoulders feel like they've been bolted shut overnight, and every step sends a jolt of protest through your hips. What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this, the habits you've built, the way you sit, eat, move, could be quietly chiseling away at your joints, paving a path to a future where pain is your constant companion? It's not just the years piling up. It's the tiny, everyday mistakes you don't even notice that are eroding your body's foundation. I've watched it happen. My grandmother, a woman who danced at every family wedding, reduced to shuffling with a cane because of choices she didn't know were choices. The good news: you can stop it. You can rewrite the story. Today, we're diving into the 7 mistakes that are destroying your joints, backed by science, illuminated by real lives, and loaded with fixes you can start right now. By the end, you'll know exactly what's sabotaging your mobility and how to reclaim it, step by pain-free step. This isn't just about joints. It's about keeping the freedom to live life on your terms. Let's get into it. Let's start with the first mistake, one so common it's practically invisible: sitting too long. Did you know that sitting for more than 6 hours a day, something most of us do without a second thought, slashes blood flow to your joints by nearly half? That's straight from a 2022 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology, and it's a wake-up call. Your joints aren't just resting when you're glued to a chair, they're suffocating. See, cartilage, that spongy cushion between your bones, doesn't have its own blood vessels. It relies on movement to soak up nutrients and stay plump, like a sponge dipping into water. No motion, no food, and it starts to break down. I think of my old neighbor, Clara, a 67-year-old who'd spent her retirement parked in front of soap operas. She'd chuckle, "I've earned this downtime." But then her hips started locking up. Her knees swelled, and she couldn't climb her porch steps without grimacing. Her doctor didn't mince words. "You're starving your joints. The fix isn't complicated. Stand up every 30 minutes, stretch, walk to the kitchen." Research shows even 5 minutes of movement an hour boosts joint lubrication by 20%. Think about your day so far. How long have you been sitting? That number might jolt you more than a double espresso. And here's the kicker: every minute you move is a minute your joints get to breathe, heal, and thrive. Why let them waste away when the solution's so simple? Clara started pacing during commercials. Small change, big payoff. What's stopping you from doing the same? Now let's tackle mistake number 2, pushing too hard with the wrong exercises. You might think, exercise is the golden ticket. More is better, right? Hold that thought. A 2023 report from the American College of Rheumatology dropped a bombshell. Repetitive, high-impact exercises, like running on pavement or endless burpees with sloppy form, can degrade cartilage 30% faster than doing nothing at all. Imagine every jarring step as a little sledgehammer tapping away at your knees, chipping off bits of that precious cushion. I knew a guy named Paul, a 59-year-old who swore by his daily 10K runs. He'd flex about his endurance, saying, "This keeps me young." Fast forward 5 years, and he's hobbling, his knees crunching like gravel, sidelined by damage he could have avoided. The twist? He wasn't wrong about exercise. He was just wrong about the kind. Experts say low impact wins here. Swimming, cycling, yoga. These build strength without the slaughter. Ever notice how swimmers glide through life with that easy grace? Their joints aren't battered. Paul switched to a stationary bike, and 6 months later, he was moving better than he had in years. So ask yourself, is your workout a gift to your joints or a punishment? The answer matters more than you think. It could mean the difference between striding into your 70s or limping there. Mistake number 3 sneaks up on you: ignoring your posture. Slouching doesn't just make you look tired. It's a slow-motion disaster for your joints. The National Institute of Health found that poor posture ramps up pressure on your spine, hips, and knees by as much as 60%. Picture your skeleton like a Jenga tower, One block off kilter, and the whole thing teeters. My Uncle George, a 71-year-old carpenter, learned this the hard way. He'd spent decades hunched over saws and hammers, building homes that stood tall while his back bent low. By the time he hit 70, his shoulders were rounded, his hips screamed every morning, and he couldn't stand long enough to fish, his favorite pastime. Just getting old, he'd grumble. Wrong. It was posture eating him alive. The fix is deceptively easy. Sit tall, shoulders back, chin in. Use a rolled towel behind your lower back if you're stuck at a desk. Try this right now. Stand up. Press your back to a wall, heels and shoulders touching. Feel that stretch. That's your joints signing in relief. George started using a posture brace for an hour a day. Nothing fancy, just consistency. And within weeks, he was standing straighter, fishing again. How often do you slump without noticing? Catch it, correct it, and your joints will carry you further than you ever dreamed. Let's move to mistake number 4. Not drinking enough water. You're probably rolling your eyes. Water? Really? For my joints? Stick with me, because this one's a game changer. A 2021 study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that losing just 2% of your body's water, barely enough to feel thirsty, drops synovial fluid production by 25%. That's the slick liquid keeping your joints gliding smoothly. Less fluid means more friction, more grinding, more wear and tear. My friend Maria, a 64-year-old hiker, used to shrug off hydration. She'd trek all day with a tiny water bottle, saying, "I'm fine," until her ankles started creaking, her knees stiffened, and she had to cut her hikes short. Her physical therapist laid it out. "You're turning your joints into sandpaper." Now she chugs 8 glasses a day, more when she's active, and her legs feel 10 years younger. Ever feel that afternoon stiffness? Could be your joints crying for a sip. I keep a jug on my desk, sipping as I work. It's brainless, but it works. How much water have you had today? Bump it up, and watch your joints loosen up like magic. It's not rocket science. It's just what your body's begging for. Mistake number 5 is one you might not see coming. Eating foods that inflame your joints. You don't think of your dinner plate as a battlefield, but it is. A 2024 Harvard medical study linked diets heavy on sugar, processed carbs, and fried junk to a 40% surge in joint inflammation. Every soda, every greasy burger is like tossing kindling on a smoldering fire inside you. My sister-in-law, Diane, lived for her fast food fixes. At 61, she'd scarf fries and milkshakes, laughing, "Life's too short." Then her fingers swelled, her elbows ached, and she couldn't knit. Her passion, without wincing. Her doctor said, "Your diet's torching your joints." She swapped fries for walnuts, soda for green tea, and within months, the swelling faded, the pain eased. What's in your kitchen right now? Trade one inflammatory snack for something kind to your joints. Berries, salmon, spinach. Diane's knitting needles are flying again, and she's proof. Your fork's a weapon. Wield it wisely, and your joints will thank you with every painless move. Why fuel a fire when you can douse it? Number 6 is a pitfall too many skip: neglecting strength training. You might think weights are for gym buffs flexing in mirrors, but they're a lifeline for your joints. The Journal of Aging Research found that after 50, folks who skip resistance training lose 1 to 2% of muscle mass yearly, leaving joints vulnerable. Muscles are shock absorbers. Without them, every step jars your bones. My old mentor, Sam, a 74-year-old ex-coach, lived this truth. He'd hoist dumbbells twice a week, saying, "Strong muscles keep me upright." His joints were steel, no creaks, no cracks. Then there's my cousin Larry, 66, who wouldn't touch a weight if you paid him. His legs wobbled, his back gave out, and he blamed old age. Nope, just weak muscles. Start light. Bodyweight squats, A couple of cans from the pantry. Can you carry groceries without a twinge? That's your starting line. Sam's still climbing stairs like a champ. Larry's stuck on the couch. Which path are you on? Build that muscle armor, and your joints will hold you steady through anything life throws at you. Finally, mistake number 7 is the quiet killer, ignoring early warning signs. That pop in your knee, that stiffness after sitting, that dull ache you shrug off. Those aren't quirks, they're red flags. A 2023 Arthritis Foundation study revealed that 70% of people who brushed off early joint discomfort faced serious damage within 5 years. It's like hearing your car clunk and driving on anyway. Eventually, it's towed. My dad did this. He'd say, "It's nothing," as his hips grumbled after every walk. By 69, he couldn't tie his shoes without groaning. Arthritis had settled in, all because he waited. Early moves, stretching, a checkup, tweaking habits, could have changed everything. What's your body hinting at right now? A twinge? A creak? Don't tune it out. My dad's hobbling taught me. Act fast, or pay later. Get ahead of it. Stretch today. Call a doc tomorrow. Those whispers are your joints pleading for attention. Listen, and you'll keep them humming for years. Let's tie this all together. Sitting too long chokes your joints' lifeline. Overdoing harsh exercise beats them down. Slouching throws them off balance. Skimping on water dries them out. Inflammatory foods set them ablaze. Skipping strength training leaves them defenseless. And ignoring warning signs lets damage creep in unchecked. These aren't just slip-ups. They're habits you can flip, starting this minute. Your joints aren't fragile relics. They're tough, adaptable, ready to bounce back if you treat them right. Imagine waking up, stretching without a wince, walking with a spring in your step. That's not a fantasy. It's what's waiting if you act. You've got the know-how now. Move more, exercise smart, stand tall, hydrate, eat clean, build strength, and listen to your body. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, one small shift at a time. If this lit a spark in you, hit that like button. It's a high five to keep me going. Drop a comment. Which mistake hit you hardest? Or what's one fix you're trying today? Subscribe if you're not in yet. I'm here to help you age stronger, wiser, and freer. Let's close on this. Your joints aren't just bones and cartilage. They're the unsung heroes carrying you through every laugh, every hug, every adventure. Don't let these mistakes rob you of that. You've got the power to protect them. And it starts now. Go make it happen. I'll see you in the next one.